Welcome everyone to my mom's channel. I'm Biscuit, and this is Simply Blessed Crafts. We are doing a traditional Valentine's Day. I'm not exactly sure what Valentine's Day is, but Mom says that that's what it is. It's a Valentine's Day video. I guess be aware of the cat. She has it out for me. She says I've been on the channel way too much and that she should be on the channel more and that she has a right to take over the channel because she's a cat. So just thought I'd, share that. I don't know why, but she thinks that I'm way too famous on this channel. So yeah. But enjoy the video, guys. Happy crafting.
Oh, poor Bisky. DIY number 1. So I just recently found these at Dollar Tree. I thought these were really pretty, actually. I did actually like the gold on this, but it is very plasticky, so I gave it a coat of black, and I'm actually going to go over it with some golden rule, and I'm going to just bring out all of those really pretty details with this golden rule, and bring it through that way. To give it more of a elegant vintage look is kind of where we were going with this. And I just brushed it on to what I thought would look good. And I did go along the sides too to kind of make it look more like it was supposed to be that way instead of it was black and I just decided to do that. I don't know. Anyway, I did go in the middle of it too. And then this is supposed to be, I think it was supposed to be a chalkboard. We're not going to use it that way though. I did get this scrapbook paper. I've had it in my stash forever. It is kind of like a rice paper kind of feel. It is kind of see-through, as you can see the lines on my paper, or my mat there. But I got it at Hobby Lobby. And I am just cutting it off, and we're gonna basically glue that down on our little chalkboard here. But I grabbed a piece of leftover cardboard from a previous DIY here, and I am basically just peeling back some of the top layer to give that corrugated look. I do use a paintbrush to kind of dig into some of those areas. I didn't want all of it corrugated, but majority of it. I kind of wanted to give it that half and half kind of look. We're kind of going for a Victorian, but yet a little bit of elegant and rustic. I don't know. I was just kind of going with a feel on this. I didn't know what direction I was kind of going. This one was kind of more of a paper craft. I won't lie. I did want to bring out one of these roses, so I grabbed it's kind of like I think it's like Baby Pink by Folk Art. I think that's what this one is. And it dried like really, really quick. But I'm kind of just smearing it with my finger. I'm just kind of lightly going around. I'm leaving all the shading, but I'm just basically going around all of the light spots and just kind of outlining, actually filling in. I'm not outlining. I'm filling in where the petals on the rose would be here. And this is the only one I do to that because all of the rest of it is going to be kind of covered up. So you're not really going to see the rest of the roses on here. But I wanted that one to kind of just spark, basically. And then I'm gonna glue down my cardboard here in the spot that I want, and then I do paint that cardboard in barn red. It's kind of a dark maroon, which I wanted the darker colors. That's kind of more my style now. I did get a lot of these vintage pictures from Amazon here just recently. I kind of showed that in my last video. It's my haul video, so if you haven't seen that, go check that out. These are from Tim Holtz, and I did kind of just cut off the bottom a little bit, just to kind of shorten it up a little bit. I didn't want to cover up that rose completely, so a little bit was fine, you know, but I didn't want to cover it completely up. I didn't want the fine edges on here, so I am kind of going around the picture a little bit with this border. It's also going to bring in some of the gold that I wanted. It'll kind of tie in with a little bit of our frame. So I do kind of frame out that picture of that two couple. And then I also have this paper as well. This also came from Hobby Lobby, but I'm just cutting out one of the little lips that we have in this paper. And I'm just basically just fine cutting around a little bit of it. I don't go into a huge thing, but I just wanted, you know, and that's also to tie in with some of the gold here. I have some of this hearts here, and that's just going to define a little bit more of the Valentine's Day theme we're kind of going with this, you know, bringing a little bit of hearts here, but I didn't want it to be like bam red in your face, and I'm not going for like the pink bam in your face. That's kind of the reasons why I went the light and just kind of did with the one rose there. I didn't want it I'm not really into Valentine's, guys, to be honest with you, so I didn't want to be, you know, very like all into it. I do make, spoiler alert, I do make a couple of gnomes that are kind of like that, but those are going to be, those I can sell, so it's not going to be something that I'm going to probably hold on to, and it's something for someone else to appreciate, so I don't care. This might be something that I'll maybe keep in my house, so, and I can keep this up all year, so I can keep this up and enjoy it and not have it be like very you know, Valentine's Day oriented. It's not just something that I mean, it's not like we didn't celebrate it, but it's not something that I really decorate for. So when I think of this, it's more of something that I can enjoy having. I did bring in a heart, and I am going to color it, but I'm going to go for a darker color. This is barn red. I do add I think this is princess pink, but I'm going to mix them, which kind of turns out to be a little bit of a purplish color, which isn't exactly the color I was going for. It was a little light for what I wanted anyway. So then I decided I was going to add a little bit more of that barn red. It's just those too light, so I did add a little bit more barn red to it. But it was still too purple for me. So then I grabbed some flag red from Apple Barrel. These are all from Apple Barrel, and I mix it up, which kind of gives it a little bit more of a reddish hue, but it's kind of like a fuchsia. So I was okay with that. So we are gonna go with that. I do kind of do 2 coats on that, just to make sure that it's painted all good. I do go in with a little bit of gel stain. I kind of want to, you know, rustic up the edges here. So I'm just kind of going around, kind of make it look like it's, you know, has that laser burnt end look, kind of is what we're going for here. I'm not worried about it, you know, being you know, too bad, because it does actually get covered up a little bit. I do kind of wipe off the excess with that baby wipe there, and I'm going over the edges of it with a little bit of the golden rule, just to bring in a little bit more of that gold tint. I don't overdo it, but I just kind of smear it on there a little bit. I do kind of wipe off the excess, a little bit of that as well. And then I'm going to glue that up at the very top. I do grab a little tiny heart that came from Amazon. It does say love on it. It's probably the only thing that has words. Those came up from Amazon in a big, huge pack. I have these little roses. These came from Walmart. They're just little sewing buttons. And I just chopped off the back of it where you can actually sew them. These little flowers, I believe, came from Amazon a long time ago too. I've had them in my stash for ages. I just glued them onto like the cardboard there, and I glued the little rose to like her hand. It looked like she was holding a Kleenex, so I just kind of covered that up. And I put it back in the frame. And then I decided that I was going to add some pearls, like a pile of pearls down at the bottom of this little, like the corrugated spot here. It just looked like it needed something down there in the bottom, and I didn't know what else to add. So I just decided that maybe a few of pearls would go. I didn't want to add any more like reds or anything like that, so I figured maybe something white. I do end up standing it up a little bit better, so it was easier for me to kind of glue some of these pearls onto it. But that's basically the gist of what I did here. And I like how it turned out. DIY number 2. So here is starting of our gnomes here. I did end up starting to try to do these together, but I did break them up a little bit. So I grabbed a sock and I cut it by the heel. You see I cut the other one as well, but I do show that on the other one as well. So I fill it up with rice, and then I'm going to stuff it with polyfill, and I do that the same to the other one as well. I did tie it off with a rubber band and some jute twine. I didn't show that. I must have cut it out somewhere accidentally. But I'm going to cut these, the leftover spots from these socks that I cut off here. And then I'm going to grab some of these here. There is shorter ones. These actually came from my mom. I don't have any Dollar Trees that actually have these in our store. So my mom actually found these somewhere down in Texas when she was when they were down there in the wintertime last year or whatever. But I can never find them in my store. But these are the hair rollers. They're adjustable hair rollers. You can find them at Dollar Tree. But these are really nice for arms, you guys. I have used like if you've been on my channel long enough, you've seen me do my gnomes with pipe cleaners and stuff, which works completely fine. They're bendable and all that, and they work great. But these actually have a little bit more of a I don't want to say, girth to them, I guess. I don't know how you would actually say that, but I mean, they already have like, it looks like an actual arm. They're not skinny, I guess. It looks a little bit more realistic. So I really like how these look. So But the problem with these is these were a little bit long, so you'd have to find shorter ones. I mean, you can wrap it around like I did here. You just gotta make sure that you glue them good enough. And then I glued my beard down, and now I'm just gonna top everything off with that hat. This is a really long sock. This one I actually got from my aunt in the box that she gave me. I've been getting a lot of gnome stuff from other people. So this sock I received from my aunt, 'cause she used to make gnomes as well. So my mom made them a couple times as well. So I'm just gluing all that stuff down. I glue the sock down on the arms. I glue the arms down. I glued the beard down, as you saw, right before I put the hat on and everything. So just make sure everything is all secure. And then I'm going to stuff the hat. And I want to stuff it enough to where the bulkiness of those the arms inside the hat are not shown. Which they're not. You can't see them really. And then I'm going to kind of roll up the little brim of the hat here. Little stocking hat there. And then we're going to kind of brush out a little bit of an area here for our little nose. If you do this, it kind of looks like he has a little bit of a mustache on top of his nose, which is really cute. And then you kind of brush it down, and then you put a little daub of glue on top of his nose, and then you push the little rim right back down. And there you have him. So this is going to be our little guy gnome, as you see. We have here little beads for his little hands. And I'm just putting a little hot glue, and I'm just putting it right into his little shirt sleeves here. Now I do grab another one of these little hearts here, and we're going to paint it the same color as I used on that other heart. It's kind of like that fuchsia color here. I have these little sticky things. They're like big stickers. You use them kind of more for scrapbooking. I do not know how long I've had these in my stash, you guys. I used to scrapbook years ago, and I haven't scrapbooked in so long. But it says Happy Heart Day. I'm just basically trying to make some homemade little like Valentines for him to hold. So I'm gonna kind of wrap this lace kind of around it is basically what I'm gonna end up doing. Cutting it down to size because I didn't want it to look too much too bulky or anything. So I'm just kind of gluing the around the edge of the heart, and I'm just kind of as you can kind of see there, I'm just kind of folding the lace around there and just kind of gluing it around. I don't show you the whole thing, but I just kind of give you the idea. And then we're gonna just go all the way around it, and that's what it looks like at the final. I do have this little, I don't even know where I got this. I think it came in like a pack, or it came in something that I bought, and it was actually in just a thing that I got at a garage sale or something. But I've had this in my stash forever. I'm just painting it with like, I think this one was Princess Pink, but I'm just giving it 2 coats of the Princess Pink. And now I'm just writing love on it with some white paint. And I let that dry a little bit. I'm gonna glue these. Oh, maybe I don't let it dry. I do use the little hole in his little bead arm or beaded hand here, and I just kind of just stuck it down into the little bead hole there on his hand. And then I'm gonna glue this homemade Valentine right into his little hand. And then I kind of set him aside because oh no, we're gonna tie his little hat off with some jute twine. I'm gonna tie it like a regular bow here. And then I'm gonna add a red button to the top of it. DIY number 3. Now we're gonna make him his little girlfriend. So we decided on naming our little dude Val. So his name's Val. So now we're gonna make Tina. So we got Val and Tina. You know, we Valentine and make. Oh, come on, let's play on words, guys. Anyway, so I basically just made his body, or made her body just like his, of course. I'm actually gonna grab one of these beards here. It's a pre-cut or a pre-cut beard. I actually buy these off of Etsy. I can try to link her website in the description box if I remember. But her channel is oh my gosh, it's like Oma Gnomes or something like that. But she usually has really good prices. I usually get a mystery pack of beards, and it's a surprise pack. It's like 20 beards for like $15 or something like that. And they're all mystery colors. You never know what you're gonna get, and you get some exotic colors in there. They're really pretty. This is one of them. I have 2 of the same color, so I figured this wouldn't bother me too bad if I split it. We're gonna just make little kind of like little ponytail holder, or little ponies of for her. I've seen this done. I've never seen it done with beards, but I've seen it done. So we're going to I basically just folded them in half like you kind of saw me do, and I'm gonna glue them right down like underneath the hat like you just saw me do. And then we're gonna stick the arms up. I didn't show me making these arms, but I basically just did the same thing, but these were a little bit shorter. So these worked a lot better. These were shorter hair rollers, basically. I just used the shorter ones. And now we're just gonna cut the hat down to the size that we want it. I'm going to make sure the hat's all glued down and back and all that. And then I'm going to glue the nose down right there. And then glue the little brim of the hat down on top of the little nose. And we're going to stuff the little hat. Get it all fluffy. And I'm going to tie that off with a couple of rubber bands here. I do tie that off with some baker's twine, some red and white baker's twine. Give her a little bit more detail. I did cut that one out just because I do go in and redo that one, but I'm basically just going around and making little ponies for her little ponies in front of her hair here. This one just got kind of short, so it didn't turn out as nice as the first one, or that one that I showed you. So then I just decided I was going to go back in with a new piece and redo it. So, anyway. I do glue these down a little bit further down. I just felt like they were flopping too much to it. It's just going to be kind of a preference thing. And then my arms here, I tried my darndest to get her to kind of look like she was putting her arms up at her mouth in like kind of like an face, like she was surprised that he brought her Valentines, but she wasn't staying, and I didn't really want to cover up her braids too much, so I kind of just left it. I wanted to make sure that her ponies were visible. I thought they were just adorable. I did add a couple of these little brown hearts that I used earlier to her little hat, and there's our little couple, you guys. Little Val and little Tina. DIY number 4, and this one is probably my favorite. I'm actually surprised I didn't put this one in the very front. This one I kind of made for my husband. I really liked this one. This one I'm probably going to keep for sure because it kind of was cute. This is just a little box that had like those little cutouts that you can get from the Dollar Tree. So I'm kind of just using a scrap thing, and I painted it white inside, and then you saw me take out all the hardware out of it, and then now I'm just going over the edge border, and I go over the entire border of it with nutmeg brown, and then it's like a little popsicle stick. I just cut the edges off of it. I'm going over that with some gelled stain and walnut. And I'm just painting that in that color. And then I'm going to lay that down. I use this little rock just to kind of keep the gap down there in the bottom there. We're going to use those here in a minute. I do cut off 2 pieces of this, gold beading stuff that you can get from Dollar Tree. I only need the one though, so you don't really need to grab 2 of them. And then I'm just going to peel this off. I do glue these down because for some reason these are old as heck and they don't have no stickiness to it anymore. So I glue these down, and I'm just going to cut the excess off, and then I'm going to glue it down to the other side. It's going to make it look like a little swing. This I did get off of Pinterest. I got the idea off of Pinterest, by the way, you guys. So I have these rocks in my stash. I do not remember where I got the big rocks, you guys. I did not get these from Dollar Tree. I believe I got these from Hobby Lobby, the bigger rocks. The smaller rocks came from Walmart. So now we're just going to glue these down. I glue the 2 on top for little heads. And then I'm going to glue 2 on the bottom below each person here for legs. So it looks like 2 little people swinging on the swings. I do grab 2 more of those little wooden hearts, and I flipped them around to where you couldn't see the love on them, and I'm painting them red. These I am actually using just the regular red, and I am just gonna glue them right down in between the 2 rocks people. And that's it. Final reveal, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. It was fun. I had fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Yeah. Give me a thumbs up down there, guys. Let me know which one your favorite was. Let me know if you would redo any of these. And I will probably have another video out for you on Sunday. There is the What Would You Make And then I'm still gonna try my darndest to get some cleaning done in my craft room. I've been fighting a really massive headache here lately, to where it's been kind of dappering my my cleaning and organizing. So bear with me there. I still want to get that video out for everybody that wanted me to do it, and I'm still going to do it. Just haven't really felt like doing a whole lot of the bending over and cleaning and all that stuff with a massive headache. So just bear with me, guys. God bless you all. I hope you guys enjoy. See you guys in the next one. Bye.